I have seen an absolute absurdity in the big things that everybody's talking about online and everywhere else, and all the whole government shutdown and whatever. And it pretty simply boils down as follows: the actual vote that keeps getting a no is to end debate in the Senate and vote on the bill. And the vote keeps coming up no. The bill itself is the same as what was proposed by and passed by a year ago the people who are now voting against it by voting no on ending debate. Included in that bill is the funding for SNAP, EBT food benefits. Until the shutdown is ended, by which the bill or a bill, something is passed that enables this funding, nothing will be able to be distributed because the budget is not passed. Therefore, the money is not going to be put in place. In the meantime, a couple of judges in federal district courts have ordered the executive branch of the federal government to overstep its bounds effectively and do what Congress is having trouble doing right now in passing this. The order to fully fund it requires that he have the authority. He must have the funds available and the legal mechanism by which it's distributed. None of this is within the executive branch's purview. This is not a bureaucratic function that they possess in this way. That's a thing that Congress and the bureaucracy of the states, when this money is distributed, there's like treasury or something is involved. This is not executive branch in any way that can be directly controlled that I'm aware. I don't think that the Secretary of the Treasury has the ability to just unlock funds magically or print money to fill the coffers to make this thing happen. What they're being ordered to do also involves an insufficient amount compared to what is required. So if there's a need for $9 billion and all they can find in this one spot, they keep talking about this emergency fund has $5 billion. That is about half, but it takes $9 billion to administer the benefits. It's not necessarily that that's just all the benefits. So having that money, you still have to have the payment of the people who are administering this, the people who administer these different government systems all have to be paid to do this. It's a government shutdown. Nobody's being paid, at least not that I'm aware of, or certain considered essential functions or whatever, military and defense or whatever. So effectively also, what they're doing is they're saying you need to take these people who work for the government but are currently not getting paid, and you need to force them to work without pay to make it so the people who don't work can get fed. And if they do this as ordered, they're breaking the law, which is a trap. That is what everybody is arguing about. They're not arguing about that or anything that I have just said, because most of them don't seem to get that that's what's really going on there. It's really nice to not be on Facebook. I'm glad I don't have to deal with people arguing about this shit, but I still see what the content is saying. I know what people are being fed. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put into the content. That's what's really going on. It's madness. I live below the poverty line, well within the right to apply for such benefits, and I simply don't. I live without them. I keep myself within my budget, and I'm not scamming the system in any way. I don't know what anybody else's deal is, their materialistic lifestyle and nonsensical consumerism. I don't live like that. That's all I can say. So I'm going to keep it nice and short. That's all I got.